calling cough against COVID. Um, so, oh, let's see. Is this? Okay, there we go. So broadly, I want to talk about why we are doing what we are doing, and then what are we envisioning out of it, and a little bit about sort of who we are, and that'll add some relevant color into this, and then I'll take questions. It's a short presentation, so I'm hoping I'm open to questions. So please feel free to ask me whenever. So at Vadvani AI, this is, by the way, so we are working on this project. Um, the broad motivation is that the global community moves into stage 3, stage 4, community-based transmission and beyond, um, testing widely, testing aggressively, testing early is a known way to control this. Right? This is hopefully everybody sort of sees this. So out of this, so I was looking at, there's a New York Times article where they say that the current testing in US has picked up a lot, but it has to triple before things can return to normal. Get tested that are in the high risk group, so healthcare professionals, people that have contact with other individuals that have been tested positive and such. However, as the testing capacity goes up, it's not going to be able to catch up. Right? It's very clear. Um, and purely, if we widen the criteria of who we test based on symptoms, so the early symptoms typically are fever and cough. And I know there are some cases where the fever, that they didn't have fever or didn't have cough, but broadly say 80–90% of people have fever and cough before, say, you have breathlessness or other advanced respiratory symptoms. Take the obvious, fever and cough are a non-specific symptom. Lots of other things also have fever and cough. And if we widen our criteria of testing to everybody that has the early symptoms, we can't, there's no way there will be enough testing kits. And if people feel otherwise, I'm happy to throw numbers, but those numbers seem a little too much detail. And so out of that, what we are proposing is combining, somebody has not muted. Good, thank you. Thank you. So out of that, what we are proposing is using cough sound. So broadly, the system sort of looks like this, where a user will give us the app, and I'll say a little bit of how we are trying to do this. So the cough sound, the symptom, and say location or some other metadata information. Location is important because hotspots. If somebody reports a certain kind of symptom from a particularly known hotspot, then the risk criteria would be different. From the cough sound, we do cough analysis. That's where the AI bit, heavy AI bit, comes in. Symptoms. Somebody has a question? No. Okay. And then out of that, the recommendation engine. This is basically trying to, this is a broad category. This roughly means targeting testing, right? Who should get tested early on and who can we wait? And this is a parameter that the officials can tune, if that's the word. And so this is our approach. This is what we are trying to achieve. Does cough sound, I mean, this is a big question, right? Does the cough sound have enough enough signal to add any kind of lift, it's unknown, right? So this is in that way a little bit of a moonshot. People have tried to do sound, cough sounds or breathing sounds to respiratory illnesses. So for example, tuberculosis, people have had success doing it. And one of our partners was the initiator of that project. So there is some evidence that using cough sound has some early signal. But of course, COVID is a new thing. We don't know if it presents similar, if it will present similar things. So out of this, we are doing a big data collection effort. That's the Cough Against COVID website. What we are collecting is, as we said before, self-reported symptoms, test results, if folks have gotten their test results, or physician has recommended self-isolation. All of those things are relevant information. And while we are doing crowdsourcing, we are also in India, Uttar Pradesh, and Bihar. And that's where we are going to start data collection next week in the facility. And so the goal of this whole project is, so we are a non-profit AI for Social Good Institute. Our whole goal is to, so open innovation. We are trying to be careful in anonymizing, but we want to share the data out before even, so we'll do the model building and iteration, but we don't want to bottleneck, right? This is the global pandemic, and the point is to get it out there and help people. So we are doing multi-threading and going parallel in all of them. So yeah, so we're not, yeah, for social good non-profit in India. I actually was in Bay Area until January. In a way, I skipped. Maybe I left in. I left.
I think we stopped hearing you.
I worked on TB cough screening, and also part of this. Can you guys hear me? This shows internet is unstable.
Now we can hear you, Jigar.
Yeah, we can hear you, right? Okay.
Much better now, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so we, like I mentioned, parallel threading. So there's a course at Stanford taught by James Zhao on COVID and data science. And one of their projects is going to be trying to work on this. And so we are trying to really do quickly, fast, and get it out there as soon as we can. Short one, I'm hoping that there are questions. Actually, it just turns out our team is doing an AMA as we speak on coronavirus, and both of them just happen to be together. That's it. Please share. The hope is we get people to respond and give us cough sounds. Donate your cough sound. That's my hope.